second, with Aaron Cutler and with Moshe Feinstein. On constitutional law. What happened? I'll tell you the story. Then we'll go to the Gemara. American constitutional law. What is the machloket? The machloket is as follows. We have an amendment which forbids slavery in America. Under the rule of law, you get punished. It's a felony.
Now you want to kiss a kiss.
If you have, now, in 1959, 1958, a young boy in Lakewood was approached with a beautiful girl from Atlanta, Georgia.
If you don't do that, you're not fulfilling the.
And they went out, and Baruch Hashem, it clicked. They were about to get engaged. His friends in Yeshiva told him, a girl in Atlanta, Georgia, who knows what kind of background it is? Who knows? Atlanta, Georgia. He started doing bidikot. He started doing bidikot. Excellent. Excellent.
The record.
Shalosh Dorot, excellent. But the father of the girl said, אני יודע דבר. We have a Gemara in Sechet Megillah. הפוסל במומו.
Let's check the other side.
Let's check him.
Why?
Oh, the guy in Lakewood, they find out, he's a mamzer.
אין שום בעיה. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Only married one did it.
פתרון.
Let's see.
Everything has a...
So,
תרופה.
what takes place? All of a sudden,
Right side.
they break up with him. Mamzer lo
Wait
tzimut.
2 seconds. Now you take it.
He goes to the Rosh Hashanah, Aaron Cutler,
Like this,
man, yes.
and now it's over.
So,
But until you
Aaron
do
Cutler
this
gave him
wrapping
advice.
of the head,
Says, go out with Cindy Crawford. At that time, Elizabeth Taylor.
You learn everything.
And seduce her, buy her gifts, and then get engaged to her. After you get engaged to her, tell her, you know what? It's not so simple. Jewish law makes me do a few things before marriage, before marriage. I have to make you into a slave. So I'm going to buy you a slave. It's only a ritual.
He's the mamzer.
So he could marry a slave. He could marry a slave.
He marries a slave, cleans
Right.
himself.
Cleans himself.
If he marries a girl,
He
listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. And my mistake, I think, when a mamzer gets married, the kids are mamzerim. If you marry and the girl is not allowed to marry him, or vice versa, the girl or the boy is not allowed to marry mamzer, asur. And if they do get married, the child is mamzer. If he's allowed to marry mamzer, allowed to marry mamzer, but the kids are also mamzerim. He doesn't want kids mamzerim. What does he do? So we have a concept as well as the Benu Tarfon in the second Kiddushin goes on and says, we have an Eitzah, like you said, always have Eitzah. Let him go marry a slave. The children of a slave are not bound to the parent. For example, when a Jewish man marries a slave, he's allowed to marry a slave. The master gives him a slave. He gives her Aunt Jemima, an Abda 600 pounds. So those children are not part of his heritage. They're not his descendants.
They belong to the master.
To stay with the master, he has no shaykhs to them. So a slave who marries another slave, the children are not connected to him. The Rabbi says, let this mamzer marry a slave woman. The children are not directly connected to him. They're not mamzerim. They are goyim, they're slaves. And they're slaves. But who is this slave owned by? By him. So when the children are born, he lets them free. A slave which is let free is Jewish. And the children are mamzerim.
But if the mother is not Jewish, they're not Jewish.
The children I just told you. Let's go back. When you have a slave, is she Jewish?
No.
No. If you have a manslave, is he Jewish? No. But before he comes into your domain, what do you tell the manslave who will work with the manslave? You tell him, Ya Habibi Muhammad,
Minhag
you are now coming into a Jewish home. You convert. Let me tell you, we'll tell you what the benefits are. We'll tell you what the benefits are. What's the benefits? You're going to work 6 days a week. You're going to eat the same food as I eat. You have benefits. He says, I don't care, you do whatever you want, but don't touch me under the belt. Okay? He discussed it with him for a month, 2 months. After a year, he says, Ya Habibi Muhammad, enough. You're going to convert or not? Okay, I should say Muhammad because Muhammad already has a big milah. All they have to do is prick him. His name is Christensen. He says,
how are we supposed to keep it
I'm going to sell you now on the market. You know who's going to buy you? Muhammad's going to buy you. Oh, wait till Muhammad buys you. See what life is like. You're here a year. You're not happy? He says it's worth it to have a milah. And now what takes place? He's chayav in mitzvot. Not all mitzvot, but some mitzvot. Now, when he frees him, the gerut kicks in completely. If you free a non-Jewish slave, it becomes Jewish. Now, what takes place, that's the man. The woman, the same thing. She doesn't have to have a milah. What does she do when she comes into the house? She goes to the mikveh. And they explain to her, you're now Jewish. Oh, you're not fully Jewish. You're a slave. But if you ever get freed, you become fully Jewish. So you go to Cindy Crawford and you date her. You're my slave. And the kids, סוף דבר, he's her slave, but no, be it as it may. Now what takes place? Then the kids are kasher. And then you free the children, and then you free the wife. And I called this.
But you can't go back to that, the original shidduch.
No, that's good. So now comes Rabbi Feinstein and tells the boy that Aaron is wrong. That Aaron Cutler is wrong.
Just the reverse.
We live in a country which slavery is asur. It's a felony.
Go to Sudan.
Go to Sudan.
As long as we're
Go somewhere else, but not here.
Don't call it slavery, call it something else.
So this is where there's the constitutional machloket between Moshe Feinstein and Rav Aaron Cutler.
at least during Amidah.
Rav Ari answered that.
Mr. Gindi, listen what happened.
We don't wait to believe.
Rav Aaron said the slavery mentioned in the Constitution is not the slavery mentioned in the
Cover
Torah.
your head. Now,
Rabbi Feinstein said slavery is slavery, you own the person. Oh, what are the laws and applications? They're different in the Torah. They're different in modern society. But bottom line is what? Who owns who? The master owns the slave. Or you have to be nice to her. You have to make sure she doesn't work on Shabbat. She has laws. But bottom line, Rabbi Feinstein said, a slave means what? Not how much work she does. Not how much work he does. What? The status. That was the machlokas who?
Moshe Feinstein and Aaron Cutler.
The boy got married to him. Took her hand and married.
That's the only one that used to have.
Yeah, sure.
Give you $1,000.
Sure.
The silk ones.
Right?
That's the silk ones that were long.
Not for 6 years, forever. He's 6 years ago. Doesn't go out for 6 years.
He goes, no, I gave him the cloth.
Good. So let's go back to that.
Pull out.
Mr. Gindi, I don't know. I don't care. You got it?
Yeah.
Now let's go back to our Nakuda. So we are now talking about a Jewish slave.
Once he's a Yid, he could go back to that first girl.
But she probably wouldn't want him.
He's a mamzer.
Right?
He's a mamzer.
But he cleaned
He
himself.
never cleans himself. His kids are clean.
Or his kids could marry her.
Sure. He's not. He never changed. Just because he married a goya doesn't mean he's not a mamzer. Makes no difference.
When you buy a talent,
His status, he's stuck with them.
how large?
No way.
Let me tell you a story. In 1964, one of the Geonei Hador was Rosh Yeshiva in Chicago, Illinois. It was a little bit strange, different. He used to come to shul, to yeshiva, with a shirt like Tzion, with a nice fancy tie. He bought himself, he bought himself a convertible, a yellow convertible Cadillac. Comes driving with it. He had a lot of different ideas.
Always
they felt the yeshiva wasn't growing because nobody really respected this yeshiva, even though he was brilliant. They decided they have to kick him out. But nobody was willing to fire him. The board said, Ishgadol, we're going to fire him. Who knows what repercussions we'll have. One single man, doctor, he says, make me president, and the next day he'll be fired. Next day he'll be fired. Comes after a few weeks. The committee feels bad. The president found him a job in Israel. He did nice. He said, we're going to make him Sudat, a go-away party. Go-away party, 1,000 people. With speeches, talking about the greatness of the Rosh Hashiva. They thought after he heard all these accolades, he's going to be happy. They come, I told them, are you interested in saying a few words? It's your party. I said, I wasn't prepared, but I will say a few words. Thank you very much. He goes up and he says, I'm not going to talk long. I'm just going to tell you a midrash. Okay. Says, after Bereshit, 3 had complaints against God. 3 had complaints against God. And they're sitting outside the pearly gates complaining.
That's good.
First, Asher Yatzar. Then Aleinu. Then the Mamzer. Asher Yatzar said to his friends, I'm such a beautiful bracha. And what takes place? People say me when their hands are dirty. Some are still in the bathroom. Mazeh, it's a kavod. The other one says, you think you're bad? Look at me. I'm Aleinu.
They walk out on me.
They walk out on me.
They walk out on me.
They're talking to their friends already. Mazeh kavod. Mom says, you guys complaining? I didn't do anything wrong. My parents do mistakes, and they put the blame on me. My parents have no problems. It's me.
Oh, so the peasant.
Which side of the door
Comes
put the menorah?
the Asher Yatzar. He has guts. In English they say, Yesh lo kadurim. I'm not going to translate
Bola.
it. He comes, he says, I'm going in.
Werewolves.
I'm going in and complaining. He goes into the pearly gates, and he's petrified.
You're surrounded by
His legs are shaking. He can't get the words out.
You're surrounded by
The Bori Olam tells him, Asher Yatzar, my dear
outside of your body.
creation, what's your problem?
What about you? Oh,
He's finally able to get it out.
that's
Says,
also
Bori
you're
Olam,
surrounded by the
you created me, I'm so
You
beautiful.
in front,
But you put me where?
so when you're wearing it,
Asher Yatzar, when I'm coming out the bathroom, not nice. Bori Olam said, you have a very good complaint.
4 sides of mitzvot.
We're going to do something for
Seat
you.
in the front.
We're going to put you in the most,
On the left, and seat in the
the
Now
quorum
surrounded
of a
by
marriage.
mitzvot. You're wearing
Asher Yatzar,
with the
it'll be right there.
outside, walking through the door. Okay.
Thank you,
Now,
Bori
the one
Olam.
thing is,
Much more than I expected. Toda Rabbi. He goes out, he sees his friends outside.
well, your
He
sister,
says, Shat Rachamim, go in now.
so make sure you
Aleinu says, I'm going to go in.
Now, this is a situation.
He goes in, and again he's petrified. Aleinu, what's wrong? He says,
Some of them
Hashem,
are not that big.
what a beautiful prayer.
Before
I'm
you
going to put you in
that's
Yomim Noraim. But he is fearful. Nur Damidah Hazara. Saying, Aleinu, thank you so much. He leaves. Who's out there crying? The Mamzer. He says, I'm giving you advice. Now, Shat Rachim, go in. You never know what's going to happen. He goes in. And again,
let's go to
the Mamzer, what's your problem? Tishma. I didn't do anything wrong.
let's think.
My parents, what did they do? It's their fault. Why do I have to hold the brunt of it? Yehulam said, you have
Say beracha.
a very good complaint.
Just put it on.
We're going to do something for you.
You do
We're
anything
going to make you the president of the yeshiva.
You have to wash your hands. You don't have to wash your hands. You have to hold it with one hand.
Okay, enough jokes for today. Go to Masechet Kiddushin,
Yeah,
Daf
Rabbi,
Yud
I
Chet.
said yes, no matter how dirty you are, Baruch Hashem, it happens. If you can't go to the bathroom, a person dies.
That's for sure.
You should be very happy.
Baruch Hashem.
You have to dance when you come out of the toilet.
I stayed there, beracha. My brother went through hell for a year and a half. Hell.
As older you get, as more you're going to understand.
Now, we have a statement, and the statement is an unbelievable statement. The Gemara goes on and says,
Oh,
it says, "V'nimkar b'gnevato, im zacha shemesh alav, damim lo shal."
Oh, 18 beat, 2?
The right side, what word, Rabbi?
We're going to start at the two dots. Michlal the Eved Ivri.
Yeah, right side.
Before we get this implies, what does the Mishnah say? What did the Braita say? The Braita made a limud from a pasuk in the Torah. What did the Torah say? The Torah went on and said, "Im zachar hashemesh alav damim lo shilem shalem." Im en lo, and if the hashio has no money, he stole. He has no money. V'nimkar b'gnevato. Now, before we go to nimkar b'gnevato, Rashi makes a point, and maybe we'll do Rashi today. What does the word? We're going to ask Avi because he's here. What does the word b'gnevato mean? Before I answer, is it singular or is it plural?
You prayed already.
This Gnevato. I don't care what the English says.
Singular.
Does his theft mean one theft or many thefts? Don't look at the Chumash.
No, it could be many.
Don't look. Tell me what it means. What is it? Gnevato.
I'll tell you. Literally. Plural. I'll tell you how we say it in plural. In plural, we say begnevotav. Begnevato.
Right. Single.
How do you translate?
Rashi disagrees with it.
English.
We don't know.
Nothing translates.
I don't know. We want to know what the word Gnevato. Rashi seems to say that it's not singular. It's not singular. We're going to see Rashi. Slow down, Mr. Gindi. But now the Gemara is making a drasha. B'gnevato, and it gave us 3 drashot from B'gnevato. What are they?
Is that it? What's the question, Rabbi? Is that it already?
Sure, we did the whole day yesterday. We said it.
What is the question?
What is B'gnevato coming to teach us? B'gnevato velo.
Somebody else.
To say it later. I'm not saying it later. You would have to say it.
First, lo b'kefelato.
Oh, not the interest, only because of the principle.
No interest. We're not talking interest.
Not the interest.
Off.
Double payments.
Not the fine.
The
The penalty. Good. Next.
Proper dimension.
ולא בזממו.
And now it's Mamo. What's Mamo? When he didn't steal anything. What did he do?
He made a dude that you went over here, but you went in another place.
What's the din?
Gotta do like
Kasher Zamav.
What does Chazama mean?
Zamav means, we said yesterday, we had a good word yesterday. What was the word we used yesterday? Conspiring. Conspiring edu.
Conspire.
Huh?
Conspire.
What is
Like me and you going to do something secretly. We do something, me and you
We
secretly.
could, for example, this is, I hire a murderer to kill Trump. I didn't kill him.
But you hide.
I made a conspiracy.
I got you.
So Mamo means I just said you don't get sold for that debt. What was the last one?
Yes.
It has to be.
The law.
Well, one at one. Let's say the man is 2 feet.
Not in a second Geneva.
Excluding the hole.
Right, right, can only be sold once.
Forget about the hole.
No, the man can be sold many times, but the woman only, she's not sold anyway, forget about.
It has to be.
So what are you talking about, Joe?
That,
He cannot be resold, no?
Correct. The
4
man
feet.
can be sold for 50.
Mr. Gindi,
He said he couldn't.
Who am I?
For his stuff, he's
the Gneva Torah, the law, the Gemara says, and not with many Gnevot, even for a man.
4 feet this way.
The Gemara says, what are you talking about?
How many Gnevas?
Right, has to be
He's saying
separate.
only one time?
Rabbi, he cannot sell her to the same person.
Not her.
One time per Gneva.
What
about him?
Stole, he
Him,
was
that's
sold.
what I'm talking about.
Can we sell it twice?
No.
Stole again.
One time per theft.
So let's see what the Gemara says. Ve'en onim keret v'nishni. The Braita said, and an Amai cannot be what? Sold a second time. Comes the Gemara and makes a limud. She can, but he can. And with the Braita says he can't either. We have a stira.
So now we have to settle it.
I have to settle it. Like you said, you always have an answer. Michlal. Ergo, the Eved Ivri Nimkar v'nishneh. From here we see that an Ivriya is not resold, but an Eved Ivri is resold.
Recycle.
Vatanya, we learned in the Braita, B'Gnevato, back to our Braita that we did yesterday, V'lo b'kfelo. He can be sold for what? For Rabbi, but not for the fine.
Double payment.
B'Gnevato, the Lord is mamo, for his robbery and not for his testimony, his conspirator, right? B'Gnevato, kivan shenimkar pa'am due to the fact that he's done one time, shuv yatar shalim ochro. You can't sell him another time. Amar Rava lo kasha. Not a question. Kan be'gneva achad kan b'shnei gnevot. What does that mean?
Two separate acts of theft.
He stole it after he was sold. I'm sorry, but he stole. He paid his debt. Went free. Then he stole again the second time.
Maybe.
Rabbi.
If you do
What did you say?
Again, he should be sold for his theft again. And that telling you that means only one thing.
Let's say he stole $1 million.
Listen.
And his worth is $500,000.
Listen, we have a Braita. Before we get $500,000 and $1 million, no numbers. We have a Braita, which says that a woman is different than a man. What's the difference?
It can only be sold once.
Sorry.
It can only be sold
She's
once.
not sold at all.
אנחנו הולכים צעד, חוזרים שתיים. We go one step, we go back two.
A woman, it can only be. A woman can only. We said, let's go back. We said there's difference between a man and a woman. One, she is, like Mr. Gindi said, she goes out free with simanim.
That's
Nothing to do with us.
no, that's God.
Past,
We know
past.
Past.
A man doesn't go out with simanim.
No.
Next,
ways.
the other one is that she cannot be sold again,
Okay.
but a man can be sold again. Comes the Gemara and says, but we have, Mr. Gindi, we have a Braita which says she can't be sold only for one Gneva, not for two Gnevot. What does that mean? You just told me. You can be sold again.
One theft.
And here it says you can't be sold. What is so? Listen again. Listen to the question and don't look for answers yet. First get the question. The question is, one place it says a woman cannot be sold twice. Correct? Meaning that she's different than the man could be sold twice. Then we have a drasha gnevato. One time he sold, not two times. You got it? So what does that mean? That seems like a contradiction. Comes the Gemara is going to answer the contradiction. Now, before we answer the contradiction, we got the contradiction.
On one side he said that he could, and another side that he cannot.
So let's read it again.
Twice.
The law is since he is what sold. You can't go and sell him again.
Amar Rabba.
Let them find the place.
First word of God.
Play Sam.
Yes, right there.
Thank you.
Wait, 1 second, Rabbi.
18.
Don't go, wait. I'm gonna write
Kasha?
here.
1982.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end.
La kasha.
Oh, kasha. Kan b'gneva achat, kan b'shnei gnevot.
When he did one theft.
When he did one theft,
Right. It cannot be someone.
can be sold one time.
Yes.
Meaning, like now we come to numbers. Like Avi said, he's worth 500. He stole for 1,000. How many times is it going to be sold?
Once.
Only one time. Got it?
Got it?
Yes. Thank you.
Once.
He stole $1,000.
Correct.
They're selling him.
Right.
But he only gets 500. They only can
They
get
still owe.
500.
He still owes. He should be sold for it.
Maybe he should be selling him again? No.
Maybe he should be sold for what he owes the balance. Maybe.
And you said we were talking about it last night. The master, I mean, making a deal knowing that he's not going to be paying you the whole thing. You stole $1 million. In 6 years, you ain't going to pay me the whole thing.
That's right.
You understand? So therefore, you got to agree. You're not going to sell him again to get money. You have one shot. He's
Comes the man says,
take the deal or not?
Deal or no deal?
If you don't take it, you have nothing.
comes the man says, that is the halakha.
Thank you.
You got it?
Yeah, so much fun.
But now,
Almost as fun.
now, can we go back? But if no, see that now we're answering stuff. But if there's two gnevot, he can now be sold to two twice. When it comes to one man, when it's two men, two gnevot.
Two gnevot, not two men. Not two men. Two gnevot,
That
Rabbi.
is the second answer.
Rabbi, two.
Abaye.
Okay. Two
Now,
thefts.
oh, Male Abaye. Abaye goes on. It says, Avi, read Abaye.
אbaye לא קשה. כאן באדם אחד, כאן בשני בני אדם.
What did he say?
Here's where he stole from one person.
No, the Braita and the Mishnah. This Braita is talking about one person. This Braita is talking about two people.
Explain.
No, and he stole from one person. And here is where he stole from two different
We have a
people.
machloket where in the Braita it says you're not allowed to sell him.
Maybe he was driving the getaway car.
The Braita says you can't sell him for two gnevot. The Mishnah says you could sell him for two gnevot. What does that mean?
Two gnevot is two people.
What does it mean, two people? What does Rava say?
Rabbi is not two people. Rabbi is two gnevot.
Two thefts.
What does that mean?
Gnevot, we just said.
Explain.
He stole more than you can get.
Same guy
Two
stole.
gnevot is what we explained Rashi. Chatzi.
We didn't look at Rashi yet. We're going to look at Rashi. It's true. But what does Rava say? Again, let's go back. When we don't have the question, we don't have an answer. The question arises. We have a Braita, which tells me that a woman cannot be sold twice. Let me give you the question. The Braita says a woman cannot be sold twice. Correct?
But for different reasons.
She cannot be sold twice.
That means men.
That means men could be sold twice.
How?
We don't know yet. Well, we have the diuk.
But the women for different reasons.
I don't care. Listen, again, let's go.
Maybe we should hear maybe, Rabbi. That could be an answer for different reasons.
We have a Braita. A woman is different than a man. When it comes to slavery, it gives us two differences. First difference, she goes out at puberty, never to be sold again. Good? Second, she is sold one time and one time alone, never again. By a man, he does not have the freedom of puberty, and he could be sold twice. That is the diuk from the Braita. Now, comes Rava and Abaye, they're dealing with the question. You just told me that he could be sold, what? Twice. We have a Braita, a drasha from a pasuk. Ginevato, for one robbery, and not for two robberies. Now we have a stira. How are we going to answer that stira? That's the question. What does Rabbi answer? Mr. Gindi, before you talk, you better look.
So we hold it to
He stole from Joe, he's guilty himself. He stole from me, he's guilty.
Mr. Minash, you can make the same mistake as Mr. Gindi made.
That's what I'm saying.
What does it say in the Gemara? Don't tell me what you say.
By Rabbi, right now, Baba, yeah? By Rabbi?
Yes or no?
כאן בגניבה אחת, כאן בשתי גניבות.
Rabbi says one is one gneva, one is two gnevot. No different people, same person. He went one day to Joe's house, and what did he do? He stole. He stole for $1,000. He's worth $500. He only stole once. Good? Yeah, but he didn't do that. He stole on Monday, $500. And a week later, he went back.
Shouldn't he be sentenced?
I don't know so much, just the words. What does the Gemara say? Comes Rabbi says, no. That's not the distinction. What's the distinction? You read the Rabbi. What is your?
Brother, say Rabbi, there is no difficulty here. Here, in the later Baraita, the case is where the thief stole from one person and he stood trial for all his thefts against this person at one time. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what they say.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
But
that.
they had a lot of words
Therefore,
for
even
no
in
reason.
several acts, if he stole many times against this one person at one time,
Only he sold one.
yes, he's
It's like
only.
King Levi Rabbi.
He's not. You can.
The higher one.
He's no more than one. Sold no more than one time, even though he stole from the person. That's what he says.
It's so simple. Let's cool down.
You're going to see Rashi in a second.
Not so
Let's
Here,
get the Gemara.
here in the Baraita, however,
He stole
the case
twice.
is where he stole
From the
from
same
two
person.
different people. No, from two people.
No, it's twice. So
So-
now wait.
From the same person, you can tell three
One different
times.
person is another geniva.
Right. So
Rabbi.
it's not per act.
Rabbi, it's
not
different
per
me
act.
stealing from
Per
you
person.
3 times than me stealing with you
Double
one time
jeopardy, Joe.
and then stealing with Abraham one time.
Nothing to do with double
That's
jeopardy.
what I think it is.
No, not really. It's two different acts.
Mr. Gindi,
For the same crime.
Same crime.
There's two different.
let's go back.
crimes.
Same crime.
Comes the Machloket Rav and Abai, very strange.
Then Adam could be two separate. He got released. He was a slave already.
Before that,
Then he stole again from the same person.
Right.
You could sell him again.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Cannot.
You can.
You cannot be separate.
we have a Machloket Rav and Abai.
Yeah, Rabbi.
What's the difference between Rav and Abai?
Rabbi says that
Okay, time is running, so I didn't want to go to Rashi till we got it clear, but we're gonna go to we're gonna do
That's
Rashi.
the bottom line. What is he clarifies it?
Rashi goes on and tells us,
Yes.
Elakan ba'adam echad.
Got it.
Where?
Got it. Middle page. Top 20.
Comes Rashi. Elakan ba'adam echad. Avi, read. שעמד בדין.
אדם אחד שעמד בדין בבת אחת, אין לו נמכר ונשנה, אפילו בגניבות הרבה.
Comes Rashi and says something incredible.
It's not how many acts
Nothing
of
to
theft.
do with the acts of theft.
It's against one person.
It's the concept of how many court cases you have.
oh, they can compile all the things that
When
lead
you
to one
have
court case.
robbery from one person, and it's all one court case, and you did it 3 times, you went in and you hushed it. The guy is the cashier at the retail store, and every day he takes $100. He stole
One
$100.
court case.
One
That's it. One court case.
That case is what? He can only be sold once. But if he went and he went to the cashier, and he used to take from the cashier.
Yeah.
One day he goes to the house in the middle of the night when he's sleeping, and he steals also.
Okay.
2 court
There are
cases.
2 court cases.
It can be sold twice.
Wow.
That
You heard
is
that yourself?
that is the shita of
Yeah.
Rashi.
He did it.
Rashi says it's not the person.
That's unbelievable.
The person's not
The
important.
court case.
What is the hamadat bedin?
the court case.
And it could be the court case against the
the
same
court cases.
person.
Sure.
Too, the one was
Sure.
registered,
That's a
the other one is
Kiddushin.
the
Says, what's the
jewelry
difference
from
between
his
the same
house.
person? One at a time.
That's just Rashi first.
You got Rashi? Rashi says an unbelievable thing. What does it make a difference if I stole from a person 20 times? 20 times I'm chayav. It's 20 different isurim.
Right.
Comes Rashi says you're right, but it's not the isur that we're worried about.
Right.
We're worried about the what? The court case.
This is wow.
The court case is only allowed to do what?
One time.
To sell me one
What does that
time.
mean, tuva mashma?
But does that make sense?
Tuva. More is.
It only makes sense in this
more
way,
is
because it's the court
seems,
that sells
seems
So
logical.
Rabbi,
Tuva
maybe it's a
more. That's
prohibition
good.
on the court, Rabbi.
Yeah, maybe
It's a
prohibition
prohibition on the
right.
court. The court is only allowed to sell this guy once.
Beautiful.
So let's finish the whole Rashi. We just started.
Rabbi 804.
Okay, we're going to read it and we're going to go. Avi's going to read.
Yeah, go.
אלא כאן באדם אחד.
שעמד בבית דין בבת אחת, אינו נמכר ונשנה אפילו בגנבות הרבה. דאבד ומיד דאחת. הכתוב הוציאה בלשון יחיד, אבל בשני בני אדם שמעמידים אותו שתי פעמים בדין, נמכר בשביל כל אחת ואחת, והוא הדין אם גנב ועמד בדין ונמכר וחזר ונגנב, משיצא חופשי חוזר ונמכר.
So it gives two perushim. One that after, excellent. So even though you took a hiatus, hold on. Comes Rashi and tells us two possibilities. One possibility is that he has two court cases. And another possibility is also true, not two separate, not unique. That if he was sold, and what did he do? He stole again. After he was sold, he gets sold again. Two cases, they're both based on two cases.
She's not finished.
That's not finished.
Come back
But
tomorrow.
We gave you the show.
But we're finished.
I'm thinking of the parallel with Bruna, with Mechalel Shabbat. With Shabbat, you guys bring korbanot on every single time, or sometimes it depends Mechalel on the Kara, they only bring for one korban. You know what I'm talking about? No, come on.
Yes.
Mechalel Shabbat.
With a thousand
Because it's the dean of the
words.
day, he has to pay for each halal that he made. Otherwise he only makes one payment.
I don't want one. No, thank you.
In Shabbat, it's all concerning kavanah.
Yeah.
So if he thought it wasn't Shabbat, then what's again the? Oh right. If he did 10 different, so it was.
Rashi's saying if
But if he knew
he
Shabbat,
sold
he was chayav.
1,000, but he's only worth 500, he sold twice.
What?
That's the first.
That's right? Is the Rashi said that? Or
So what?
Rabbi Joseph Soloveitchus also agreed that Thanksgiving was not a Gentile holiday,
He sold twice.
and ruled that it was permissible to eat turkey on
He sold
Thanksgiving.
twice, right?
No, he stole $1,000 value. But he's only
my
worth
rabbi.
500 as a slave.
right.
You sell him twice?
No, that everybody agrees.
But what it says here, it seems like Rashi is saying he did sell twice.
No,
What's take him out?
Haki Gasina.
He's not Joseph. That's
So
Joseph.
we learned that,
Why
Tanu
you?
Rabbanan, גנבו
Maybe
1,000
why you?
ושווה
But he said
5
you can eat
מאוד,
His Rabbi Soloveitchus
נמכר
is different.
וחוזר
But
ונמכר.
he said, right? But he said you could eat turkey.
I misunderstood.
So we didn't do that by. That's the next piece of Gemara.
Oh, okay. But I said that.
Family
we
beef, that's
said
a
no.
problem.
I'm going to see what Rashi means tomorrow. But that's the next piece. Look at the next piece of Gemara. The next piece of Gemara. What's the deal? What does that mean?
He sold once to pay for the debt, and when his first term expires, he sold again.
So what does Rashi say?
Huh?
Look at Rashi.
When you get married, you're not married. Is that your rabbi?
Haki Gasina.
Haki Gasina. תנו רבנן, גנבו 1,000 ושווה 500, נמכר וחוזר ונמכר.
Comes the Rambam and says, what is the proper text? Not like Rashi.
Oh, that's why it puzzled me. So
No.
no nimkar.
Eno nimka.
He's missing a word.
Not that he's missing, he has a different text, right?
Oh, wow.
Is he a sir?
All right, I picked up an error. But that's what the Gemara says. Eno nimkar.
No, the whole
The other
Gemara,
way
according
around.
to Rambam, is a different text.
The other way around.
Lo nimka.
Moshe Rabbeinu.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, everybody have